Well, good morning. Um, so I decided to camp near the church here. I was over in a parking spot behind the church back here. There's not a lot of flat spots in this area. I can show you. So it's pretty hilly, and there wasn't any flat spots. The only one that really there was right here, and I was not going to put my tent up right next to the church. I don't even think you're supposed to be camping here. I'm not sure. There's no signs, but this is private property. Anyway, so I was on the other side of the church. There's, you can see where people park and stuff. Anyway, I am working on getting my backpack repacked because it's cold this morning. I've had my puffy on. I have my gloves on. I have my hat on, my beanie, and anyway, get all this junk back in here and hit the trail. It's 6:30, and I did wake up earlier, but I've been trying to eat and get all my stuff repacked. I got warmed up. I had my puffy on, and I am a little warmer now, and once I start hiking, I'll probably be able to take off my fleece, but it was chilly last night. I don't have my thermometer, but it was supposed to get down to 39 in Heflin, and I don't know how much higher I am from Heflin right now, but even if it's only 1,000 feet higher, I'm getting different amounts of, if you research it, it's either 3.5 degrees less per 1,000 feet elevation, or it's 5.2 degrees less, so one or the other. Anyway, colder than 39. It was pretty rough last night sleeping in the cold. I mean, my sleeping bag, everything, I was warm, but my face kept getting cold, or I put it in the sleeping bag and I'd get, hot, or, anyway, I just kept having to adjust. And let's see, what else? Oh, and it got dark at 5 o'clock, it was dark. What else am I going to do sitting around out in the dark? There's no fire or anything else to do. So I got in my tent at 5 o'clock. That is a lot of time to have to waste. So I was reading a book on Kindle, and then I was listening to an audiobook. But man, there's a lot of time to waste in your tent. So the time change when daylight savings time happened, I guess, is when this happened. But yeah, getting dark at 4:35 is early. That's pretty. Sunrise coming up over the church. Very nice. I wonder if they have sunrise services here sometimes. So this is the cemetery that's attached to the church. There's some very, very old headstones here. Also, you walk right through, and you can see the path right there. Some grave sites. When I came through here yesterday evening, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm walking right on this. Oh, this is horrible. But look at how old some of these are. They just have rocks making the places. Some of them are not that old. That one is passed in, oh wait, never mind. I thought it said 1984. It says 1894. A lot of them are unnamed. Oh, that was my Garmin just now. Did you hear that? That was not a bird. That's when the Garmin sends its message. It sounds like a little tweet, like that. Look at, I mean, this is just really interesting and fascinating, the age of some of these. That one says 1924. But yeah, this is a really neat cemetery. And another thing that I noticed is that, I mean, their rocks are marking some of these headstones. These over here are headstones. There's some back there too, and I was like, oh my gosh. So they're all over, sprinkled all over the area here. Really interesting. Pretty old church and cemetery. It's not that far off the trail. It's just right here. This is the trail. Neat history. All right. This is what the sign said, because I said it yesterday, that it said something about some sunrise. Get out of the way. Hand-hewn logs. Very cool. 1845. Last regular service is 1914, but they still do have weddings and services here. They, like I said, they just had one this past Saturday, Sunday. I think it said Saturday. Well, anyway, I mean, there's a little sign on the back over there. But yeah, that's very, very neat. And then there's the church down there. First blue blaze of the day. Chilly day. That was okay. As soon as I start walking, my achy joints will stop aching, hopefully. My knee and my wrist is hurting. My fingers are freezing. But as soon as I start moving. So there's a road up here. I did hear some cars go by this morning around 5:30. I guess they were headed to work. But last night, like I said, I got in the tent at about 5. I don't think I heard any cars at all after I got here yesterday at 4:30ish. So it's not a busy road. It's just it is a road. But so people can actually sort of drive up to the church, close to it anyway. You don't have to hike into it, but it turns into a little dirt road. But yeah, there is a road up here. Oh my gosh, my toes are cold. All right, so I can see the little cutoff. So this is it's a gravel road, so like a county road. And then I'm not using my trekking poles this morning yet, mainly because my hands are so cold. So this is the gravel road, but then there's, hello, sunrise again. There's the little cutoff to go to the church. Shoal Creek Baptist Church. Was that the name of it? Anyway, this is what I heard people driving on this morning. I guess headed to work. Okay. Get going. I have on my, I planned a hike. Every day I plan a hike, and I plan where I could stop, because I want to know where water is. I want to know where camping spots are up ahead. So today I have planned, I think 14 miles. So we'll see. I just can't gauge how far I'm going to be able to go with the sunlight fading at 4:30. So we'll see. Yesterday I was actually busting out about close to 3 miles an hour. So that's actually way better than I normally do. And it's probably because I have been hiking at home a lot more, and I can go 3 to 4 miles an hour at home, and that is on hills. It's not flat, but I have a little less. Hello, squirrel. Oh, I saw a whole bunch of white-tailed deer yesterday. I saw I saw at least 3 at different times. They looked really cute. Well, so yeah, if I'm walking, fast and not super difficult terrain like going over rocks and roots, I could do 3 miles an hour potentially. So I guess I could calculate it that way, but then I'll run into things that make me have to slow down more. So I don't know, like crossing a stream or going down rocks or even up and over rocks and roots. So I don't know how people gauge it normally, but I'm not very good at it. So that's why I don't know. So I potentially have several camp spots that I could stop at, depending on if maybe I can only go 10 miles today, or maybe I could go 16 or 17. It kind of depends on the terrain and also the daylight. So, and I also didn't get started till 7. I probably could have got a little earlier start, but I was wanting to use the outhouse, and then I also had to repack my backpack because I had to get my clothes back in it. Like the puffy needed to be down inside, so I had to take everything out and put the puffy in. I'll have to do the same thing in a little while when I take off my fleece. But anyway, what else did I do? Repositioned all my food and stuff, got everything ready for the day, and ate my breakfast. So a few things that I don't normally do in the morning. Plus it was cold and I was going very slow. So this bridge, I could have got to it going down the hill from the trail, is headed over to the campground. Let's see, did I zoom in? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I got gloves on and I can't touch anything very well. Oh, there we go. Very cute. But yeah, that bridge goes all the way across the lake there. So I think that was the only access, what I just recorded, the bridge going across the lake was the only access that I passed to get to Coleman Lake campground, so I guess that was it. I thought there might have been another one, but anyway, I have been 1.6 miles from Shoal Creek Church. 8 since I started at Pine Glen. Man, oh man, that orange hat, it really stands out, huh? I guess that's why hunters wear this blaze orange. It stands out against all the green and brown. Choco Loco Shelter, 7 miles. I could stop there today, but that would not be that far for me in one day, so I don't know. I wish that the shelters were where I needed to be, but like the one I stopped at last night was, I think it's about 5-ish miles in, and it would have been fine, but there was 3 men in there already, and they were really nice, but I didn't want to disturb them, you know, because they all knew each other and they were, you know, hiking together. B, just in the conversation we had, sounded like one of them gets up at 4:30 in the morning and starts making noise because one of the other men was talking about him cooking at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm like, so that would have been, you know, disturbing me first thing in the morning. But what would have been probably nice is to have other people around at night. Like I said, I was in my tent, nothing to do, at 5 o'clock, 5:30. And so they probably, 2 of them were sleeping in the shelter and one had a tent out. They probably would have been sitting around shooting the bull for a while longer, eating dinner later than I did. And in fact, this is funny because in one of my other videos, I know I showed this. I should start showing my food again, if people are interested in that. You know, I only make these videos for myself and my family. So my kids and my husband and my parents, for them to watch, to see what I'm doing, and, you know, see, like, later on they can see, you know, what I've been doing. So that's the only reason I do make these videos. So sometimes I put stuff in here that I think they'll be interested in, but other people are like, what? Who cares about that? So sorry if you're not interested in that. But okay, so one of my other videos I had showed that I bring, hey look, where is my shadow? This is, what do you call it? Elevated grounds, puts these water caches. This is a great place for one because the other ones that I've been by are totally empty, but they're very close to the road, road crossings, and people well, use them more, I guess. Maybe this one has water in it, which I may get some, because I already was saying just now that, well, next water crossing I probably should get some water. Okay, another side tangent, sorry. I'll get back to my other stuff in a second. You see these 2 pine trees? So that one is a longleaf pine baby. This is really cool that they're right next to each other. So that's a longleaf pine, the one that looks like a puffball. That's called their grass stage. And actually when they're shorter, they do look like grass, just like a ploosh puff of grass. The one over here on the left is a shortleaf pine. All right, let me get back to my story. So anyway, my food last night. So I ate my dinner at, it was like 5:30 or whatever time I got into the tent, and it was so early. But then I wasn't really ready to go to sleep, and I make these little pudding mixes, and so it's just dry pudding, and then I put milk powder. I use coconut milk powder in it, and then you can just put water in it, and it makes a pudding, and it's good, and it sets up fine. So I went ahead and got that ready to go. I was like, well, I guess I'll eat it at some point. So I'm laying there reading, and then I had to finish the book. I only had one book downloaded, and then started listening to an audiobook. Fell asleep at some point, woke up at about 7:30, and I was like, it's only 7:30? And so then I, hang on one second. Okay, so there's there's a cooler that was hiding behind this little bush, and I could see the blue. It's very easy to see the blue. So I had to come and see what it was. Yeah, there's some alcohol in there, some like wild turkey liquor, and some Sprite and some twisted tea. Somebody had set up to party. Anyway, so at about whatever time that was, 7:30ish or whatever, I woke up and like, well, guess I'll have my pudding now. So then I ate my pudding, and yes, I'm doing all this in my tent. Probably a big no-no with critters. Anyway, so then had my pudding, and it was good, and then cleaned everything up, and my trash, put everything away, and then laid back down and had audiobook a little bit more. And yeah, anyway, it's weird to go to bed that early. It's weird what are you supposed to do? So what I need to do is, when I get somewhere I can get another audiobook downloaded, is what I should do, so I can read some more. But yeah, if I'd have stayed at the shelter last night with those 3 guys, probably would have not gotten into my tent at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and then, sit around and shoot the bull for a while, and then go to bed at a normal hour, like 7. So, whatever. But like I said, I didn't really want to impose or intrude. And they had been there for several hours already, they said. And anyway, they were really nice, though. It wasn't like I didn't feel comfortable there. I didn't want to intrude. Plus, I'd only been hiking for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 hours really, when I got to there. So that seems like too short of a day. But that's what happens when you have 0 daylight hours and you start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just trying to see how this looks with putting my phone on my trekking pole. I have a rubber band, and I have it threaded around it and hooked onto the handle of the trekking pole, just to see if I can hold it better. Because what happens when I'm holding my phone with my hand is that my arm gets really tired of being out straight and high enough when I'm at this position. But yeah, I don't know. Is it working? I don't know. Well, I'll stick this footage in if it looks good. If it doesn't, then I won't. But then I got to get it over here and stop it. Okay, so I'm stopping for second breakfast here on this log in the sun. And I pre-prepared this at home. It's peach oatmeal, like peaches and cream, Quaker oatmeal packet, but then I added things to it like nuts, chia seeds. Those hunks of bread looking things are actually strawberry muffins that I dehydrated just to put a little more crunch in this and make it, I don't know, a little crunchy. I like it. It tastes good. So I think there's chia seeds, there's some protein powder, there is milk powder, nuts, all kinds of good stuff. So this is second breakfast. I already had first breakfast earlier, and I like to stop and have another breakfast. So anyway, peach oatmeal. I haven't tried this flavor. We'll see how it is. I have done blueberry, maple, you know, the regular maple brown sugar, stuff like that. Turns out great. If you have time to sit and eat. And then also, if you haven't seen this before, I cold soak all my stuff, everything I eat. And so this is, and I started, well, it was an idea I had got from another hiker that instead of having to clean out your cold soak jar, one second. So this is my cold soak jar, and I think it's 16 ounces. And what's in there right now is my dinner is not soaking yet. I just have it in there ready to add water at lunchtime, and then it'll have plenty of time to soak. I can show it later what I made there, but so instead of putting the oatmeal in this jar and then eating it out of there and then having to clean the jar, leaving it in the baggie that I package it up in, and then I don't have to clean. It is a little hard to eat everything out of the baggie, just to get every single thing out, but it's not that bad. And then also, I just have to kind of work around getting my spoon, you know, this part of it yucky when you're trying to get down into a bag. But yeah, I like doing this, and then I don't have to spend so much time cleaning up, and then also having things get like residue stuck in this. The only thing I use this for now is for my protein shakes. I'll shake it up and put it in there, and then rinse out with water and drink it. And then also my recovery drink at night is powdered also, and throw that in there, shake it up, drink it out of there. So yeah, that is my food setup. Alrighty, I was going to show you this tree here. Actually, I stopped to put my phone on because I am putting it on the handle of my trekking pole. I think it is working better for me to hold it out there, hold it out a little further, and also it doesn't wear my arm out as much. I'm getting a little warm hiking. Okay, so this is an American beech. Hard as hell, probably the leaves and stuff, but the bark. A lot of times people will carve initials into these. You'll see them last forever because it's an easy bark to carve the initials in. I didn't see any on that one, which is amazing. But here's another one. They're all over the place down here. We're at a river bottom. So, wow, that's a pretty high hill behind me there. Anyway, I literally just left a guy. So is one of the men from the shelter. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I'm going to turn this around. This is really cute. So, look at this creek. It's so cute. But what I was really looking at is that trail marker going across the trail right there. Can you see that? It was so cute. I think the only problem with having it on my trekking pole is that I am hitting the ground with the bottom of the trekking pole. Should I try to cross it without? I don't know. Possibly I'll wait because this is gonna need 2 poles probably. Hang on. I'm gonna have to probably edit every single video I start because I can't reach the phone record button when I first started. I have to have it closer. Yeah, that creek is so cute. Now I'm walking along it. Anyway, so one of the men got up earlier than the other guys and got going earlier, and he's the one that the other people were saying he was the one who gets up early at 4:30 and cooks breakfast. And anyway, so that's him. He said he didn't leave the campsite till 7, which is what time I left. The only reason he caught up to me is because I stopped to have my second breakfast. Why is this so steep? Really? My second breakfast was oatmeal that I showed you. And so that required me to, like steps. Wow, that's cool. You see them? They made them, look, I just came up some and, Anyway, he said that he hadn't stopped at all, I don't guess, and he just was hiking along. So I had stopped, had second breakfast, and did I filter some water? Whatever, I was there for a little while, and that's when he came up on me. I was actually getting on my backpack back on and about to go, and we talked for a second. Then he said, well, if you're fixing to start hiking, if you're ready, I'll hike with you. We can hike till we get tired of each other. Guess he got tired of me. No, I'm kidding. He wanted to stop at a place right next to that creek and get a snack and get a drink, and they're only going up to this Choco Loco shelter, which I think that last time, the one I had seen was it 8 miles? So they don't have a ton of time or a ton of miles to go, and they have a lot of time. That's probably why they got to that shelter at 1 or something. He said, he was funny to talk to. His trail name is 4 Sheets. So, his story, oh God, this is, maybe I should have some trekking poles on this. This looks, yeah. Okay, we'll start the story in a second. Wow, that was kind of creepy. Okay, those 2 guys came up behind me, so I stopped the video if I showed that at all, but I was making a video and the other 2 gentlemen came up right behind me. So they passed the one guy, he was taking a break that I was hiking with, and now these 2 guys are going to stop here and take a break. This is the waterfall. I don't know if it has a name, but this is my lofty goal end point from yesterday was here, which I think would have been 11 miles. If I'd have got an earlier start, I was going to camp here at this waterfall, but I did not make it. Yeah, that's really cute. It's not really a waterfall, I wouldn't call it, but it is pretty, and it makes noise. Some cascades. And the sun is very bright right here. Yeah, I would say this is some of the prettiest section of the trail. This creek is so cute. Lots of little cascades along it, and really pretty looking water. Lots of rocks. So at that little waterfall, that would have been a good camp spot. I didn't video it because those guys had all stopped there, but it had a fire ring, and it had one flat spot. I don't know. Wow, look, that is deep. I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but that little pool below that cascade is very deep. It was summertime. It was nice. Anyway, those guys are really nice, but they are having a snack and water break, and I needed to get moving because I took off my fleece and my beanie, and now I'm chilly because I was hot doing that hike, but now I've got to get moving or I'll have to put it all back on. Look at it. I mean, it's such a cute little creek area. So pretty, peaceful, very pretty colors, leaf colors right now on parts of it. Wow. Nice section. You can tell I took some layers off. It was, I was getting hotter, and then had that beanie on and a fleece, and was getting a little sweaty. So I thought, well, as soon as I stop, I'll take those off. So I did, but those guys had caught up to me, and then the third one also, and so they were all standing around talking, and I'd already taken off my layers. I was like, I gotta start hiking, or I gotta put this stuff back on. I was starting to get very cold, and it happened really fast. Anyway, so yeah, those guys came up on me so fast. I was making that video, and I didn't hear them. I was talking probably, so I couldn't hear them, and kind of took me by surprise. But I may or may not keep that clip in there because I actually wasn't videoing very long, I don't think, before they came up behind me. I'm going to quickly tell the story, the naming story, because I think I forgot to finish it. So his one trail name is 4 Sheets, and so he said he had hiked the AT before, or most of it maybe, and he usually has to go to the restroom first thing in the morning, and I guess they have a lot of privies on the, you know, outhouse type things on the AT, and so he said that he went to the potty one time and came out and told his fellow hikers, it's going to be a good day. It only took 4 sheets. So he got the name 4 sheets of toilet paper. And so, you know it's going to be a good day when you only have to use 4 sheets of toilet paper. Another creek crossing. I did not get my feet wet again. I went across right there. Oh my gosh. This is a really, really pretty section. I love it. And the fall is gorgeous down here. But there's been also plenty of water. Those guys that I had stopped and talked to did say that some of these are, wow, there's a lot of water flowing this time. I was here, you know, back in the spring, and there was no water here. So I guess it is, depends on if they've had rain, which they did just have a bunch of rain. This is so pretty. Well, we'll see if I can keep my feet dry on this one. I see a large area right in the middle that I might not be able to clear with my short little legs. We'll see. I'll let you know on the other side. Well, on a part that I should have not gotten wet, I did get my toes in it a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as it looked. My hair looks great. I need to get a hat on because I did not realize I looked so bad. Oh well, those guys didn't say anything about it. Whatever. It's about 10:20, something like that. I've only been 6 miles, so I'm going a little slower than I had been, but I have stopped quite a bit. I was talking to those guys a bunch and then walking with one of them for a bit. So, I don't know. So about 6 miles or so in 3.5 hours. I don't know what that calculates to. Whatever. That seems like less or a little more than 2 miles an hour, maybe. All right. But anyway, so cute. That's a pretty area. And a pretty creek. Yeah. A view right here. It's very windy, so that may be bothering the microphone. Yeah, there's some mountains right over there. With some color. Very cute. And then right here, there's lots of really pretty yellows and oranges. Very cute. I just slipped and fell a second ago. These leaves are covering up, you know, rocks. So I stepped on a kind of a slick rock, I guess, and whooped, went down. But I didn't hurt myself. I just slipped and fell on my booty. Yeah, first time. Oh, also, what about this? So, ow. Hang on a second, I gotta rearrange. Yeah, there is no spider webs on this trip. So yesterday when I was going, I thought it was because maybe there's people in front of me, but there's nobody in front of me right now, and I have not hit a single spider web. So September, bad time for spider webs. November, great time for no spider webs. So yeah, they gone. I mean, it wasn't even that cool yesterday when I was going. I don't know. Anyway, they're gone. Yay! This is another one of the American beaches. I was going to show you this because you can see when people have carved things in it, it lasts for a long time. That says 96. The one over there beside it says 98. But down here, I'm pretty sure that says 78. I think it says, I can't read all the letters, but I think that says howdy, 78. I sure hope that wasn't an Aggie, a Texas A&M Aggie that did that. That is what Aggies say to each other, howdy. Anyway, pretty old tree, but that'll be in there forever. Oh, there's some on this side too. Yep. This is about, I don't know, at least 2 foot across. It's a big one. Anyway, oh, some people are coming. They're already behind me. Guess I should go faster. Wow. This is a big old lake, and there's a huge earthen dam right there that I just had to walk over. And the wind was so strong that it was blowing me over to the side. I was like, whoa. So the guys who I keep talking about, they are stopping. So I just passed right there when the dam hits this trail is the Choco Loco shelter, off trail a tiny bit, and they're going to stop there potentially for the day. But is this the Choco Loco or Terrapin Lake? Anyway, it's big, pretty. All right, so this part of the trail doesn't look as narrow as what I had been walking on. What I was about to say a minute ago was that, before that guy started coming up on me, was that you needed to be a mountain goat to get to walk on this trail. It's way narrower than this, but it also was more slanted to the outside, and whew, I was fighting it, trying to not fall down the side of the mountain. But and literally, this is narrow. I mean, you can see my feet, but it was narrower and slopier. That whole area back there, and I don't know what those birds are. Can't see them. They're noisy. Anyway, all right. I think we're fixing to be getting up to the Duggar Mountain area, so we'll see how that goes. I was told that I need to make sure and look up for things falling from above when it's windy like this. So that kind of makes me worried. Anyway, alrighty, let's get up this. Alright, I just crossed over Pinky Burns Trailhead, which is a pretty major road. I don't know what road that is. Anyway, so I stopped to get my lunch out, make my dinner, and Elevated Grounds left a water cache, which is pretty cool. So tonight, this is what I'm going to have, is I'm calling it Tex-Mex chicken. It's basically like shredded chicken with picante sauce or whatever. I made this. I dehydrated it and stuff. Anyway, I just added enough water to cover it, barely. And all the other stuff on there says there's no beans, which that was just for my information. And I need to add my Taco Bell sauce packet so when I eat it. A lot of these foods that I have dehydrated almost taste like nothing when I eat them. So I don't know what the deal is if that happens with dehydration, but I've been bringing some extra flavor type things so I can add like salt and pepper or like a Taco Bell packet. Anyway, so after I do that, then I one-handedly, get in there, put it in my cold soak jar. Gosh, this is hard to do one-handed. Just to carry it the rest of the day. Oh my gosh. It's about, right now is about a little after 12. There's no way I can close. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, one-handed and left-handed. Come on, you can do it. And then I'll just keep it in my the side of my backpack right here. Don't know if I can do this one-handed either. Man, look at me doing all this stuff one-handed. Oh no, maybe not. It's a stretchy pocket, but it's not that stretchy. Let's see. Oh, get in there. Yeah, and am I even filming it? Get in there. Okay, so that's where I keep it during the day. Now it's soaking, and it'll soak until I eat dinner at 4 or something. I'm going to finish the rest of that water right there. Oh, lordy. Oh, my gosh. It is super windy. I need to find a campsite that is not windy. The first one I'm going to come to is going to be, this is Burns Trailhead, is going to be a campground, not a shelter. And it's going to be, wow, maybe I should not stand under this dead tree that's propped up by barely anything. Huh. And it said something gap, so I think it'll be down kind of lower, I think. So maybe it won't be so windy. Anyway, I gotta get on the trail. Let's go. Well, came upon this. This is actually at the Pinky Burns Trailhead, which when I crossed the road, it wasn't the actual trailhead, but look at that old place. The wind is making that metal roofing like blow and cling. So where I came out, yeah, there's a car parked here. Where I came out is right there. Right there. And that says to the Pinhoti Trail. So I actually turned and went where it said Burns Trailhead. I'm going to go on the blue line, which goes around to the left side of this mountain, that we're coming up to. I only have 4.4 miles until my campsite, and it's only 12:15. I got a ton of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on this blue line, which has some ruins on it, some caves on it, and I thought, well, since I have a ton of time, I'll just go ahead and do this line. My phone is running out of battery though, so I'm gonna charge it in my fanny pack and not really, whoa. Well, I need to get the app up and see which way I'm supposed to be going, because this is not as well marked as the Pinhoti. So yeah, I'll do that. But if I see anything cool, I will definitely take some more video. I haven't been very far on the trail, and there's a creek right here. So cute. And there's a flat spot, pretty flat spot down there. Probably could camp at it. It is not marked on far out like that. But this dead tree across the path right there, I just saw a hawk take off from there. It was on that dead tree. I was like, I might see more wildlife on this trail because there's not as many people on it maybe. I mean, there was that one car, so there's probably some people, but it is not maintained as well either, I've noticed already, but it's nothing bad. It's just more limbs and things that have not been picked up by people. So far, it's pretty nice. I like this side of the mountain. All right. Doing some leaf walking. So I've been on an old roadbed for a lot of this side of the trail, the blue line, which is pretty nice for hiking. The grade is good, not a lot of roots and things, rocks to skip over, so that's pretty nice. I don't know how old the roadbed is, but there used to be an old mill. I do not know what kind back there. Maybe it was for that. But I've been following that same river creek for the whole time too. It's right here. And I think it's called Jones Branch. So yeah, so far this is a pretty nice detour trail. One day I'll do the regular trail and see how it compares, but looking at the map, it goes over a lot of elevation lines, like a topo map. So that is harder than this. The grade on this is great. The cars could drive on it, or trucks or something. Anyway, that's loud, huh? I bet. Well, I took a blue line off the blue line to come to this cave area, and on some of the comments it says that it goes pretty far back there. I don't think I'm brave enough to go inside very far, so if I was not alone, maybe, but one comment said their dog went in and scooted out really fast, so, oh lordy. There's some water dripping from it, but yeah, I can see that there's something like further back right there. I'm not going in there. That's cool. Very big. I mean, the ceiling is probably ooh, there's some poo-poo. Oh great. Something's been in here. Oh wow. Wow, this is cool. Yeah. It's a little creepy. But if it was raining or storming, I guess I could hide out in here. Yeah, I wouldn't mind this, but nice. That is really cool. Well, it's like a 0.2 mile offshoot of the trail I was on, the blue trail. Wow, this is really cool. And the creek that I've been following was right down there, but I don't think you can see it. Very cool. Well, I'm glad I came over here. To see this cave thing. Huh. All right, now I gotta go back. Looks looks like I'm going through a tunnel of gold. Look at these leaves. It's so pretty. I think they're all beeches, I think. Oh, so cute. I am still on the blue trail, the blue line. Hey, look at the little waterfall. Like little waterfall. And that's the mama beech tree right there. It's huge. I probably have just a little bit longer till I get back on the Pinhoti. This is also called the Jones Loop, or Jones Branch Loop, I think. So if you are looking for it, far out, or National Forest Service, U.S. Forest Service map or something. But I like it. It's really nice. I made a good decision. It's very cute. Yay! I made it back to the Pinhoti. Look at that. So this is where I came out of, right there. Most of the trail was following a roadbed, and it was very easy to follow. But then closer to the end here, I don't know if the roadbed disappears or if something, but I don't know. But it was a little harder to. Yikes! Okay, great. This wind is gonna give me a heart attack. It's making branches fall from trees and. What am I saying? So the trail is not marked at all. There is 0 blazes on it. So, mainly it was easy to follow. It's the same tree. It's dropping a lot of branches. Maybe I should move. Mainly it was easy to follow, but without a map. But I did have to open up far out a couple of times because I couldn't see where the road was, the little roadbed, and most of those times stuff had fallen across the road. My poles were falling down, so I was glad I had the far out app going. But yeah, it was not too hard to follow, I would say, but 0 blazes, so you'll have to do something, especially on some of the parts that trees had fallen down. Anyway, back on the Pinhoti. I think I have about a little over a mile until, whoa, a big tree. I had to go under and now over one. Oh my gosh. Eey. With no poles and doing it one-handed. See, a lot of old blowdowns that they cut and stuff. But, sorry, I gotta turn to get over this. But yeah, I like that trail. So next, oh gosh, got stuck on that. Next time I'll have to go on the red line and see how it is. Gotta bend down pretty far here. Hang on a second. Oh lordy, like the limbo. Oh my gosh. Oh lordy. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not facing me with the camera. I'm sure that looked really elegant. So the what was it called at the beginning? Burns Trailhead, and then the Jones Loop, Jones Branch Loop. I think that's the name of that creek, is the Jones Branch. Really nice. But I will go on the red line the next time I go through here. All right, let's find the campsite. Look what I just came up on. This is called the Mountain Laurel Slick. Look at all these mountain laurels on both sides of the trail. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I forgot when they bloom. Is that what the ones that bloom in June or early? I forgot. I think the rhododendrons bloom in June, so good lord. I'm having to go over things while I'm recording. So maybe these are the ones that bloom a little earlier than that. April, May. Oh my gosh. I gotta come back. But so far, this entire section that I've done today has been wonderful. I like it. I don't know what section I'm in, but I think I'm at 10, section 10. But, yeah, so the Choco Loco area, that was the last shelter I passed. The first one that those guys stayed at yesterday was Laurel at the shelter. Shoal Creek Baptist Church. So from there to here has been really, really nice. And I think I've gone 12-ish miles today. But yeah, the Mountain Laurel Slick is what this is called. I'm assuming it's kind of like the Green Tunnel on the Appalachian Trail. I don't know because I haven't done that yet, but oh my gosh, do you know what this is? That is witch hazel. Focus. That, oh my gosh. I'm like running into it. It's on the trail. I cannot believe I've just found witch hazel. Wow. Well, that is really fascinating. Dang. Anyway, I was just doing the path, but ta-da! Witch hazel. That's really cool. You want to focus again? Focus. It's almost like his voice command.